Welcome guys, this is day one of sharing my fitness journey with y'all here on YouTube. I'm really excited to be able to share my journey of squatting 600 and running the Leadville 100 ultra marathon with y'all. My real hope for this channel is to be able to share those lessons with y'all to help you with your fitness journey. And it may not be squatting 600, but the lessons on my way to 600 will actually benefit you on your journey, wherever that may be. I don't know about you, but I want to kick ass till 90. I want to be able to run, jump, do whatever I want with my kids, be prepared. I want to be able to do it all, and I want to be able to keep doing it for as long as possible. Now, some of you may be thinking,
well, you don't need to be able to squat 600 pounds or run 100 miles to be able to do that.
and you'd be right. You don't need to be able to squat 600 pounds to have an awesome life. Which brings me to the second reason, is that I just want to be able to do epic things. So for instance, if I'm strong enough to squat 600 pounds, that means that any time that I have the opportunity to do something that actually requires a fair amount of strength, I will have the confidence to be able to take up that opportunity because I know that I have that strength in spades. And the third reason why I'm choosing to squat 600 and run the Leadville 100 is because of my personal fitness origins, so to speak. And the full story probably should be another video, but I'll give you the shortest version I can. I never grew up playing sports, I didn't grow up with fitness, I was a skinny little nerd. And just to give you an idea of how skinny of a nerd I was, which by the way, I'm still a nerd, I'm just not as skinny. When I was in college, I got to 145 pounds. And I thought I was big shit when I got that. And then during college, I had a bad hiking accident. I broke both kneecaps and then tore the shoulder. So my knees were in pain for many, many years. And so after a number of years, I actually had a kid. I had a baby girl and I couldn't push the stroller. We had a little walking path around our house. I couldn't push the stroller for more than a couple hundred yards. I was super blessed to be able to have a bunch of people come around me at that particular time in my life. And some of them were strength and conditioning coaches, CrossFit coaches, Olympic lifting coaches, physical therapists. And the biggest thing was they showed me how to squat. And when I was able to air squat or squat with a barbell, I noticed that my pain would actually go down or even sometimes away for a little bit. So I quickly realized that the stronger I got, then the less pain I would be in. So I quickly made that my life's mission. And because I focused on getting stronger in the squat, I was able to push the stroller for a mile without stopping. That's one of my favorite PRs of all time. So after that, I was hooked and I just kept going and going and going, getting stronger. So now I can run, jump, live life without any painful inhibitions. And that is something that I'm very, very grateful for. But then I got to thinking, as someone that's really goal-oriented, how do you take squatting and walking and then level that up? So there's actually already a benchmark that is popular among colleges, strength and conditioning coaches, CrossFit, I think, where you squat 500 pounds and then you run a 5-minute mile, or the other way around. It's within a 24-hour period. And I just thought that was a beautiful expression of fitness, because we're not going to argue about the definition of fitness, but strong people aren't usually runners and runners usually aren't strong people, but I wanted to be able to do both. So 500 and 5-minute mile is on my list. It's actually on the way to 600. I've already got the 500-pound back squat. We just need to hit that 5-minute mile. My best mile way back when was 5:15 or 5:16, something like that. I've lost a step or two since then. Actually, I've lost a lot of steps, but we are gonna get it, and then we are gonna move our way on to Leadville. So why 600 pounds? So in 2023, I competed in a local powerlifting meet and I squatted 585, so 6 plates. And for me, that was a 10-pound PR and one of my favorite PRs. It's definitely up there. So 585 to 600, 15 pounds, might as well go ahead and push for it, because it's not like I was ever gonna stop squatting, but 600 pounds just seemed like an awesome number to be able to pursue. So then why the Leadville 100? So I don't like running. I appreciate the ability to walk. I'm very grateful to be able to walk. I'm very grateful to be able to run and do whatever I want, but I personally just don't find joy from running, and I said that in a fixed statement. I do not currently experience joy from running. Let's put it that way. It always bugs me whenever I tell myself.
I don't think I can do that.
It always nags at me. So then one day my wife and I, we were watching Kara and Nate. They're travel YouTubers, they're awesome. And one of them, Nate, he decided to run the Leadville 100 ultra marathon. So the Leadville 100, in case you don't know, is a 100-mile ultra marathon in Leadville, Colorado. So it's already at elevation, and then you have 12,000, I think. I could be wrong, I'll put this at work. 12,000 feet in elevation gain. So you're going up and down mountains the whole time. Now don't get me wrong, to be able to run the Leadville 100 is already an amazing feat. To be able to squat 500 or 600 is already an amazing feat. But I wanted to be able to step it up a notch. And there was one other person that inspired me to put these two things together like it was the 500-pound back squat and the 5-minute mile. And that was a dude named Austin Malleolo. So Austin, he's a big OG CrossFitter, and he was a games athlete, super inspirational, especially when I was starting out. But several years ago, this dude decided to deadlift 600 pounds and then run the Boston Marathon. And at the time, I thought there was no way that you'd get me to run a marathon, because I thought that if you had to have the ability to run a marathon, that you'd lose all your strength, all your gains, right? But if this dude, one of the fittest people in the world at the time, could deadlift 600 pounds and then go right into running the Boston Marathon, that was super inspirational for me. And just my habit of trying to set long-term goals, I try to look at where I am, where I want to be, and beyond, and then shoot for beyond. And so with 600 pounds around the corner, and then seeing just how epic it was running the Leadville 100 for Nate. And when I put those two things together, it seemed just so perfect to use that as the final expression for the person that wasn't able to push a stroller without pain, to hypothetically being able to squat 600 pounds and run 100 miles. That expression just seemed like the best way to bookend this story. And then after that, write completely new stories. So before I get too much into the fields, I wanted to be able to share enough of my story to be able to let you know where we're going, and if you want to come along, and if you want to be able to learn, grow, share, this is a place for you. So I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all being here. So if you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you want to follow along, subscribe, turn on the bell. I'm going to be giving y'all updates and posting as often as I can, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, peace.